Hello, hello. It is Becky Davidson, and I am super excited to be here to do a video for you all about how to turn your LinkedIn into a lead machine. So, first and foremost, thank you for hopping in here and coming to my video. I'm going to try to bring this, have this be really short and concise. I would like to keep it to 30 minutes, but it may go a little bit long. But what I'm going to cover, one, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm going to explain why it is so important for you to really level up your LinkedIn into your lead machine. So I'm going to give you some examples, and then I want to give you some value. So I'm going to share the 7 C's to LinkedIn success and a couple quick tips and tricks to get your profile set up. There is a whole lot to LinkedIn. It is more than social media. It is your storefront. It is your website. It is your brand. It is out there for everyone to see. It is a searchable tool to use to attract your right fit clients. So I'm really excited to present this information to you. And then I have two programs for you. I have a program that is super affordable that will give you all the tools, the strategies, the how to's to level up your LinkedIn and turn it into a lead machine. And then I have a LinkedIn marketing program that's also crazy, no brainer, affordable, that not only helps you, gives you all the training, but then it also has some marketing done for you, marketing to help you grow your audience quicker and faster. So I'm really excited about that. So stay to the end and get these great deals. So let's get started. Okay. All right, really quick, just to quickly introduce myself so you know who and what I am. My name is Becky Davidson. I'm a sales trainer, business growth strategist, and I teach people how to grow their revenue, grow their customer base, and take people from cold to sold. So when people are cold, you first thing we have to do is know how to prospect, know how to hunt for people, how to attract our right fit clients. I have a PDF that has over 50 different ways to prospect and find more clients. But one of my favorite ways is using LinkedIn. I absolutely 100% think that everyone should be using LinkedIn. I've been doing sales for 40 years. I've been training people for 20. I've been on LinkedIn for 8, 9, 10 years around there. And I've spent 15 of my 40 years in sales in advertising and marketing. So I know a lot about branding and influence. And I've spent the last 8 years building my business primarily on social media. So learning how to connect with people through social media, through DMs, and how to book through DMs is definitely something I'm really good at. And I don't just teach people how to set up a profile, but I teach people how to use LinkedIn as a tool and how to convert, how to connect naturally, how to turn connections into conversations and conversations into clients. So today I want to share my 7 C's to LinkedIn success, but I'm also going to give you some tips and strategies. But there is so much to LinkedIn that I can't give it all to you in one day. So let's get started. So turn your LinkedIn into a lead machine. It is absolutely, in my opinion, imperative that you turn your LinkedIn into a lead machine because that's where the people are at. Of course, there's multiple social media platforms, but people come to LinkedIn for a reason. And so why LinkedIn? Why Becky? So why LinkedIn? It is a business building platform. People are on LinkedIn to make decisions. They are decisive there. People go to Facebook to see Aunt Mary's, birthday pictures. They go to Instagram to see, weight loss pictures and travel pictures, but they come to LinkedIn to validate, to hunt, to search, to research, to connect, to network. And so if you're not on LinkedIn, you are missing the boat. It is a giant networking platform. I consider it very similar to going to a BNI. When you go to a BNI, there's lots of people. Who are you going to talk to? You don't just start selling them. You can walk up and you say, "Hey, it's nice to meet you. Tell me a little bit about yourself." Well, we do the same thing on the LinkedIn platform. And if you use it like that, you can connect with so many people and find your right fit clients. It improves your brand and your know, like, and trust. It is, I call LinkedIn a cross between your business store and a website. So, of course, we all invest in a beautiful website, and you can find it maybe on Google or you put it in some links and some things, your email address. But LinkedIn, your LinkedIn profile is a robust profile. It is, generating new content, new connections, and it is interactive with your audience. And it gives all the information. It validates you, it brands you, it shows you as an expert. So people want to work with you and they build that know, like, and trust. Where the website, you have to go there specifically, look for it. People are not going to your website all the time. You can do everything that you do on your website on LinkedIn, and it's interactive, and there's people there that can see it and want to do business with you. I think it's one of the best platforms to build a business. Businesses go to LinkedIn to validate you. Maybe you meet someone at a networking event. What do? They go to LinkedIn and they connect with you on LinkedIn. They start following you. People don't meet you and then say, "Hey, I'm ready to buy." They meet you, and then it may be weeks or months before they're ready to buy. So LinkedIn helps nurture that relationship while they're getting ready to buy. You can, so no matter what you sell, if you sell B2C, business to consumer, so if you're selling consumer-based products like maybe weight loss or health products, they're there. B2S, I call those solopreneur type people, the people that, may not have a brick and mortar business or not corporate, but they are entrepreneurs. They're there. They are there on LinkedIn. And then of course B2B, corporate. If you want to talk to and go after big corporations, they're on LinkedIn. They're not good. You're not going to connect with those people on Facebook. So they are all there. It's kind of known as a B2B platform, but every single person there is a consumer also. So it's a great way to connect with anyone, no matter where they're at in business or what you sell. People there are there to talk business. You're not tricking them into talking business like you would maybe on Facebook or Instagram. They're there to have business conversations and to talk business. And why, Becky? I have been doing LinkedIn for years. I've invested in lots of training when I was in my corporate sales job at a digital marketing company. They actually paid for us to have Navigator. They flew someone in from LinkedIn to train us. I've spent lots of time, money, and energy doing LinkedIn, learning LinkedIn, and actually implementing things on LinkedIn. I've trialed and errored, so I know. Another reason why you may want to work with me is I am extremely affordable and I create accountability with the people I work with. So if you look at some of the other people out there selling programs on LinkedIn, they're very pricey. I'm looking at anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 for LinkedIn training. Which when you see my pricing, you'll be like, "Holy cow, she's practically giving it away." But I teach you more than just setting up your profile. I teach you how to sell on LinkedIn, which is what you wanna do. A nice profile will do you absolutely nothing. I've had a nice profile for over 8 years, but it wasn't until I really learned how to work LinkedIn, how to connect on LinkedIn, how to communicate on LinkedIn, and that's when I started having people going to my calendar, booking appointments with me, setting appointments without ever talking to me. And when I would get on those appointments, my close ratio was over 90% because they were already pre sold. They've been following, they've been watching what I do. So that's why you need to be on LinkedIn. And that's why I think if you do really want to grow your LinkedIn, I think you'll get a lot of value for being part of my program. So, what are the 7 C's of social selling on LinkedIn? So, I think I like to keep everything simple. My program is Keep It Simple Sales Strategy. So, I like to keep things really super simple. But creating a dynamic profile is the first thing you need to do. And that's what most people do. They set up their profile. They're like, okay, I'm ready. Come on in. But the dynamic profile needs to have some very specific things to it. And and if you want it to sell, you want it to have a vibe that you're sharing what you do and how you impact and the recommendation. So you really want to set it up a certain way to really say, I mean business and I'm great at what I do. I'm an expert so that you can build your brand with your dynamic profile. So that's the first thing. I spend about 3 to 4 videos on tweaking and how to set up your dynamic profile so that it really attracts those right fit clients for you in my LinkedIn training. The second C is content. Oh my gosh, content's king. You've probably heard that. Content is so important. So, are you creating authority rich content that builds your brand and builds your influence? Gary Vaynerchuk had a great book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. That's what I kind of teach with content. But most people are either not putting enough content, they're very inconsistent with content, or they're just putting salesy content. Buy my thing. Here's my thing. Don't you want to buy my thing? Well, content, that authority rich content brands you as an expert. And so I will teach you what types of content, how to create the right type of content. I'll give you a tip right now. A client of mine, she posts content, she does a selfie. There's lots of different types of content. There's video, there's text only, text with a post, carousels, all these different newsletters. There's all these different types of content. I believe in doing a robust mix of all of those, but how you write your content. Are you using a dynamic headline that draws people in? Are you writing text a certain type of way that makes people want to stop and read and listen? People don't want to read a deep, novel. They want to scan. They're scanners. So I teach you what people are relating to on LinkedIn and what type of content you should be creating. So that's number two. Number three, connect. Are you connecting? So growing your audience. Are you get 100? This is a powerful, thing to know. If you don't know it, you get 100 connection requests a week that you get to do. 100 connection requests. So that can be anywhere in the world. You can pinpoint, different types of businesses, locations, but 100 connection requests a week. Are you doing it? I grew my LinkedIn from 2,200 to 7,500 doing 100 connection requests a week. And do you want 100 people looking at your profile or thousands of people looking at your profile? So hunt for and connect to people that could potentially be an ideal client for you. And then we do conversation starters. We communicate. So that's number four. But we do have to get really good at connecting, who to connect, where to find people to connect. I teach all of that in my LinkedIn training. But then once we connect with them, we got to do number four, and that's communicate. We have to communicate with our audience. We have to network with them. We have to dominate in the DMs, what to say, how to say it. I have scripts and strategies of what to say and how to say it, how to communicate the right way. You don't want to give them a big long book and say, here's my link, order here, because that will get ignored. So there's a right way and a wrong way to communicate in the DMs. So I teach you how to do that. Comments. People don't think about this. I'll be honest, I didn't either, but your comments can end up turning into attraction marketing content. So I teach you who to comment on, what to comment on, how to comment, how to turn that into attraction marketing content that attracts your right fit client to you. So we talk about commenting. Six, converting. How to convert. We want to connect naturally, turn connections into conversations and conversations into clients. So we are converting conversations into clients. How to turn those connections into great clients. There's definitely a system for that, and it's very subtle. You got to be, I mean, got to do it just right, because if you come in too hard, that chases people away. So most people just don't understand it, so they don't do anything. They wait for people to tap them on the shoulder and say, "Hey, I want to do business with you." Well, I will teach you how to manage that, and even if you want to take our LinkedIn marketing program, we can do some of that for you. And number seven is consistency. Everything, wherever you want to be in life, consistency is the key. I always talk about consistency. You have to get really, really good at all of these things. In my LinkedIn course, which is about 6 weeks, I go over all of these things in detail. I show you, I screen share, I show you where to go, how to do it, because LinkedIn, there is so much to LinkedIn. And I have about 13, 14 videos that walk you through step by step. But we're going to create your profile. The plan is to create a really dynamic profile, be consistent, create a lead machine, a dynamic profile, work on your recommendations, track your analytics. I'm going to give you tips and strategies to build your brand with your profile. You're going to have a connection strategy, how to grow your connections, engagement, direct messaging, finding the right target audience, your engagement strategy, how to use that to grow your engagement to attract those right fit people. This feeds your algorithm. And then lastly, an authority strategy, how to build your authority so people see you as an expert in what you do and want to do business with you. When you do LinkedIn consistently and you show up as an authority, you start having people reach out to you and wanting you to speak. These are a couple the Wounded Warrior Project, the Hendersonville Chamber asked me to speak, and it was an honor to do so. I also teach how to get the Top Voice badge. This is awarded by LinkedIn. There's some things that you have to do. I teach you how to do it. There's just so many things, and LinkedIn changes all the time. So these are just a few things that are byproducts of really spending time and learning how to navigate LinkedIn. Here's some examples of DMs. I'm not going to go through them, but I get LinkedIn messages from people all the time asking questions or wanting to get on my calendar, wanting to book, or just great messages because I show up and I bring value and I connect with people and I thank them for supporting my posts and I do conversation starters. So I use it as an active networking platform. So a couple of little tips that I'm going to share with you, and this is all on your profile. We go a little bit deeper on your profile. Like I said, I go about 3 to 4 videos in on how to set up your profile. But just a couple things, your custom banner. This is your banner up top. You really need to have a dynamic banner that's clean and neat, direct and easy to understand exactly what you do. And don't just say who you are, but say, what do you do? How do you serve people? Like I had a client who is an insurance agent and he put the logo of his insurance company. Well, instead of maybe just doing that, say, I help people improve their policies, improve their coverage, and lower rates. If you need help, reach me here. You can put the logo in there still, but tell people exactly what you do. They don't want what you do, they want the result they get from what you do. So make sure that you sell the result. Your profile picture, that is this little picture right here, clean and neat, plain background, headshot. I do use PFP Maker. That's why I have this little jazzy blue thing behind me. You can go there and they have all different colors, and that can make your profile pop. Your headline, that's the verbiage right under. You have 220 characters to write something here. And again, make it pop. Make it crystal clear who you serve and what you do. Use ChatGPT for inspiration if you need to. And the first line, this first little line, sales and leadership mentor, this is the most important piece right there because it follows you everywhere you go. I don't know if you can see it, but Lauren, she commented on one of my posts, and it shows her name, her picture, and then it says 2 5 self-projecting projector human design guide. So it tells me, so when she goes and comments on someone's post and they're scrolling through, people will see who she is, her picture, and then what she does. And then I answered her. And again, my name, my picture, and sales and leadership mentor. You want people, so that first line is super duper important. And so I can help you with that. Pronounce name. This is just a little quick tip. So we get this name pronunciation speaker up here, which you have to do this from your phone. FYI, you can't do it from a desktop, but go to your phone and you can hit the edit button and you can set this up. And it's designed to pronounce your name. But Becky Davidson, super easy to pronounce. I don't think anyone needs any help. But yeah, I had this great tip from someone else, so I pass it on. But you can use it as a little sales, like, hi, my name is Becky Davidson. I'm a sales trainer, business growth strategist. I would love to meet you. Something short, sweet, to the point. So use it as a little sales, sales nugget. Okay. Here again are just some of the conversations I love. I'll tell you one quick story. Alona, I had met her by commenting on someone's post, and then she went to my page and shared something. I sent her a little message thanking her for sharing my post. We just got talking just a little bit, and she ended up going, "Oh wow, we're really close in proximity." She lives about 30 minutes from where I do, or she is real close in the same town in Nashville. And it was like, great. We just had a really nice little conversation. And she asked what I did. I asked what she did. She was in marketing. I'm in sales. We went about our business. About a month later, she booked. All of a sudden, one morning I get up and I had this appointment on my book, Alona Washington. And to be honest, I could not remember, who she was right at the top. When I got it, I was like, Alona Washington, who is that? But I got on my call and I said, how did we connect? She reminded me, and actually I did a little searching and I found her on LinkedIn. I was like, oh, we talked on LinkedIn. So it refreshed my memory. 45 minutes later, she booked my one-to-one sales coaching program. And she goes, I've been following you. I love what you do. I need what you do. And I'm ready. And so I didn't have to sell her. I didn't have to hard sell her. I didn't have to explain the value of what I do. She already saw what I do and she was ready to buy. And that's what happens when you get really good at doing LinkedIn and showing up on LinkedIn is you get people like Ilona showing up and booking appointments with you. Here's a couple recommendations from my clients. Erica Kessie, this was really cool. She didn't really have much going on with LinkedIn, started using it, and she got so many people, so many new connections and job opportunities and people wanting to work with her. The same with Kim. She was a B2C, she was in the health business, and she actually had a connection. Someone reached out to her. It was a holistic doctor and wanted to do a collaboration, and they did a workshop together, and they reached out to her through LinkedIn because of the content she was putting out. So it does take time, it does take energy, but you can absolutely benefit from it. Okay, so that gives you just a little snippet. Now I want to share my program and what I do. If you're like, yes, I want the LinkedIn. I know I need more. I know I need to improve my LinkedIn. I'm ready to improve my LinkedIn. There's lots of programs out there, but again, most of them are very expensive, and I'm sure they're great, but I don't know. Do you wanna spend 1,400? Do you wanna spend $5,000 on a LinkedIn training? I know I didn't. I wanted to create very affordable, easy to follow, and give you the nuts and bolts. Keep it simple sales strategy. I don't you don't need a lot of deep dive fancy stuff. You just need the basics to get you going. So, I have a 6-week, it's about 14 videos, 13, 14 videos, and it's a do it yourself. I will walk through the 7 C's and how to create the dynamic profile. What type of content? I'll give you tips and strategy, connections, how to do that, where to find them, what type of people to connect with, how to communicate with them once you do connect with them, how to use the comments, how to convert, and how to create consistency and accountability in what you do. When you get done, you will have all the pieces in place, and all you have to do is execute, execute, execute. So the profile, yes, you do that once. I mean, you may make a few tweaks, but it's not like you have to do something major every day on your profile other than content. You do want to put content out. I say a minimum of 2 posts a week. I do a post every day. You don't have to do anything every day, but a minimum 2 posts a week. If you're not putting at least out of sight, out of mind. So, but we do talk about that and kind of what to post and how to make your post as good, the best they can be, and some tips and strategies that I've used. Then the 100 connection request, boom. If you want the done with you, we can do that for you. We can do some of the communicating. So this is where the done with you comes in. You're going to get all of this. You're going to get access to all of my videos, all of my training. You're going to be able to learn everything there, how to get the top voice badge, everything there. But we also have some marketing for you where we will actually do the 100 requests per week sent to your ideal target prospects. So you tell us location, geography, where you want it sent, and what are the types of businesses? Do you want entrepreneurs? Do you want coaches? Who do you want your connections to be? And so we will send out the 100 a week connection requests for you. We will also target DMs up to 2,000 of your ideal target prospects per quarter. So that's 4,000 per 6 month. We do this done for or done with you in 6 month increments. The do it yourself is 6 weeks. The done with you is 6 months. And it's one investment, crazy low price, but you're going to get 100 requests. You're going to get 2,000 DMs, up to 2,000. If you only have 500 connections, well, then you're going to get 500. And you get 3,000 personal email, 3,000 person email campaign targeted to your second degree connections on LinkedIn. And we will give you the names and the email list. So you will have a file that will have the names and email lists that we sent to, so you can follow it up. You can send another email. And so this can help you grow your connections. And then we are going to train on how to create the content, how to craft the perfect LinkedIn sales process. That's going to be in my video training. This is a 6 month program. There's going to be scripts and how to dominate your DMs, which we do here also. So you can have just this, or you can have both pieces. And let me share my pricing. So the Level Up LinkedIn Masterclass, the do it yourself, the 6 week, 14 videos, is $200. And by the way, we have you in a group. I have all the videos there. You walk through all the videos, and I don't take you out of the group, so you have access to it. I have a guy that paid for it and got in probably 4 months ago and is just now going through it. So if you get busy and you can't get to all of it, you have access to it. But it's $200, and I do updates. I just did an update video because things are always changing on LinkedIn. So it's a $200 investment for the 6-week training video. If you want the done with you, now this is a 6-month investment. It's a one-time payment of $650, and it includes this, but then you also get the 100 connection requests per week. You get the 2,000 done for you DMs per quarter. You get the 3,000 emails sent to your second and third degree connections, or I'm sorry, just your second degree connections, and the list of emails sent for follow up. Video trainings to help with profile and content, and the helps with scripts, support to close. So you get everything for $650 if you want to move forward with that. And I'll be honest, the $650 is going to be going up. So if you want to definitely jump on that, because when I tell people that price, they're like, "Is that a month? Am I paying that a month?" And it's like, "No, that's for 6 months." And you're gonna have people, and we use VAs to do the messaging, to do the invites, and you're gonna have access to me also. So if you need to hop on a call, or if you have a question, so I'm gonna be there to help kind of, facilitate everything for you and help and engage and be there to support your content. So if you have any questions, make sure to shoot me a message, and I will put the link to book an appointment with me. If you want to book a one-to-one, I can put the link for our program so that you can sign up for it, and you decide which makes the most sense for you to go, either the 6-week do it yourself $200, or the done with you for $650. And I look forward to working with you and serving you and turning your LinkedIn into a lead machine. You all have a great day. Talk to you soon.